It's a beautiful afternoon, and it's good to be here again once more to bring yet another interesting uh, update. Today, I will be talking about some random questions that we most times face when we sit for external exams as it relates to biological science. Random questions. I think I should be answering about five of them for today, or I think it should be up to five. So you just do well to pay attention to that. For some of us, we might be very well acquainted, and others might be hearing for the very first time. But especially during the for multiple choice questions, when we're faced with multiple choice questions, biological science, there are some certain kind of questions that are likely to pop up. So let's just listen and get it. Fingertips knowledge, like I would call, or like I would say. Okay, the first set of questions I'll be answering is as it relates to the excretory system. Yes, excretion, where some certain waste products are excreted in the body. I'm going to start with the first one, carbon dioxide, the one we call carbon dioxide. When I say carbon dioxide and someone else is saying carbon dioxide, we are basically talking about the same gas because carbon dioxide is the IUPAC nomenclature of that compound. I'm saying IUPAC, by IUPAC, IUPAC, I mean International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. International Union of Pure and Applied Chemistry. So that's the IUPAC nomenclature. Carbon dioxide. 4 is given to it there because the oxidation state of oxygen in that is +4. So that's where carbon dioxide is coming from. But the old name, like we used to know or we call it, is carbon dioxide. So you could hear carbon dioxide or carbon dioxide. They are just the same. It's just that carbon dioxide is the old name, while the IUPAC nomenclature of that compound is carbon dioxide. I've given us the reason for that, the oxidation state of oxygen in that. For those of us who have heard of redox reaction, oxidation reduction reaction, and how to calculate oxidation, the oxidation states in compounds. Okay, well, that's by the way. Redox reactions will come to us very soon. But for today or for now, is just to give fingertips knowledge on basic questions that we might face in biological science when we sit for external exams. So, where is carbon dioxide or carbon dioxide excreted in the body of an animal? You know, for one, carbon dioxide or carbon dioxide is a waste product. We consider it as a waste product because that is what we give out. While plants is very useful for to plant during photosynthetic activities because they combine carbon dioxide and the water in the presence of sunlight, to make their food. So while we give out carbon dioxide as a waste product, plants use it during the process of photosynthesis to make glucose, which is the photosynthate, and they give out oxygen and energy is released in that process. So the big question is, where is carbon dioxide or carbon dioxide excreted in the body of an animal? Most people will say nose because they breathe out, no, they exhale through the nose. But hey, that's wrong. Carbon dioxide is excreted in the lungs. It is very important that we take note of that. Where carbon dioxide is excreted in the body of an animal. Carbon dioxide, I'm talking about animals that have lungs. Animals that have lungs as as an organ of respiration, not the gills as we have in fishes and other respiratory organs found in insects. So I'm talking about terrestrial animals that have lungs as an organ of respiration. So carbon dioxide or carbon dioxide is excreted in the lungs. That is one. But if we're to be a little bit more detailed, the part in the lungs where this gaseous exchange occur is called the alveoli. The alveoli is the pickup place for oxygen and the drop-off place for carbon dioxide in the lungs. Please, if in case we're asked, where in the body, what part or what organ is responsible for excreting carbon dioxide? The answer to that question is lungs. But if we're asked the part of the lungs where it occurs, then alveoli would be the answer, because that is the pick up and the drop off place for these gases that go in and out of the body. That is one question about excretion answered. Okay, the next question is, where is urine excreted? Where is urine excreted? A lot of us will say, oh, the bladder, but the bladder is just the storage organ. Urine is actually excreted by the kidney. Urine is excreted by the kidney. When we get to, if you, we will get to excretion, we're going to see how urine is produced and how it moves from the kidney to the urethra to the bladder to the urethra, and then it is passed out to make us feel at ease. So urine is excreted in the kidney. Urine is excreted in the kidney and stored in the bladder. So the bladder is a storage organ. Once more, I'm talking about terrestrial animals that have kidneys and bladder as part of their excretory organs. So we have just said that carbon dioxide is excreted in the lungs, urine is excreted in the kidneys, sweat, like we know, is also another waste product. It's a waste product, and it has to be excreted, and it's excreted in the skin. So it is very important that we take note of these waste products that the body produces and where they are excreted. If these wastes are not excreted, it's going to make it difficult for us. Just in your house, imagine you don't trash your things and you live with waste in your house. Of course, you will never be comfortable living in that kind of house. That's why you need to devise a means to make sure that you remove waste out of your house so you can claim healthy living. That's exactly how it is for the body of most mammals. We have organs of excretion to make sure that our body gets rid of waste products. Once more, I have mentioned 3 waste products that the body excretes and the parts, the various organs responsible for that. We mentioned the lungs, we mentioned the kidneys, and we also mentioned the skin. These are excretory organs. The lungs, that's where carbon dioxide is excreted. The kidney, that's where urine is excreted, and sweat that the body produces is excreted in the skin. Fingertip knowledge, like I said. Let's take note of this as we get more of these questions answered in videos to come. Thank you so much for your time.